And on a Sunsplash Saturday morning, we welcome you to the Metroplex here in Dallas, where SMU gets set to host the Louisville Cardinals. A beautiful morning here in the Metroplex, and a game that means everything in the ACC standings. And 10 yards deep in the end zone. Now the Mustangs, after a 2-2 start, have won 5 of 6 to put themselves in contention. Not only an ACC championship game appearance, but the college football playoff. First down play action, Kevin Jennings extends it and dumps it off to Derek McFall. And the running back racing to the 30 for a gain of 5. On third down, Jennings retreats. Now escapes and delivers. That's a strike to the 45. Pass is caught by the senior tight end, Matthew Hibner. And breaking news, we also just saw a huddle right there for the SMU offense. Play action. Jennings nearly fell down. Heaves one long. And broken up. Here comes a flag from the end zone. So just 6 yards on the penalty. A spot foul there, but it erases second down and 11. Off the left side, there goes Harden. T.J. Harden. It'll be first down and goal for SMU. Ninth play of the drive. He'll fake it to Harden. Jennings will try to get to the edge. And he does for the touchdown.
Holding crowd like I got to see on my chest. This is essentially a one-on-one. Wesley Bailey, defensive end, could have got the tackle, but this is almost like a naked play.
Miller Moss, only an emergency quarterback today. Freak injury during the week. Cards are without Isaiah Brown and Kewan Brown in the backfield, which means a hefty dose of Duke Watson. That's going to be a gain of 4. Quarterback run. Deuce Adams is off and running. And Adams on the draw. Called by the Cards. Third down and 5. QB run. Deuce Adams didn't need much. He'll pick up the first down easily. Mobility, the athleticism, the speed there. On third down and 6, Adams. And that throw high, looking for Chris Bell. Nearly picked off by Barnes. And a field goal attempt now coming. This attempt from 36 yards. He's had a good year before what occurred last weekend. And a good start today from the right hash. You have a new committee chairman stepping in. And the thought process is if Miami and Notre Dame are in that same tier, then head-to-head becomes a big factor. How about the back shoulder toss?
Rolls out to the pocket and throws that back shoulder. The defender's eyes are away from the quarterback.
Empty backfield for Kevin Jennings. And QB run. Louisville able to sniff it out. That's going to be a massive loss. All the way back at the 42 by Jerry Law. And how is the committee going to dissect those resumes? And Miami has the head-to-head competition victory. Kevin Jennings, another victory for SMU's quarterback. Races for a first down. Cards will stack the line of scrimmage. They're thinking run. They sniffed it out, and they thought right. As Chris Johnson Jr. is corralled by T.J. Capers. And he's going to lose a couple of yards. Here comes a flag. The South Alabama transfer. Cards nearly got to the punter, McSparron. And Lacey will make the fair catch at the 11. 20 yards rushing in the first 15 minutes. Needs 9 yards here. Safety valve delivery. And into the flats goes Colin Lacey. And stops short of the first down of the 19. To punt from his own 5 with Ymir Knight for SMU standing inside his own 40. And a wobbler. It's like a Cardinal bounce. We loved every minute of it. Ponies get it back, sidearm delivery. And another strike from Kevin Jennings. And racing ahead is Chris Johnson. But one of the questions we asked him too, where did you learn that off-platform toss? And he said, it's not Patrick Mahomes. It's actually Aaron Rodgers. There's T.J. Harden churning the legs and picks up another first down. Sidearm delivery again. Across the 20 into the red zone and a first down. 7 or 8 different players a touch. Those first 15 minutes trying to spread the wealth. T.J. Harden. A spin move brought down at the line to gain. That is enough to make it first down and goal. Andrew Chambly on the field. Jennings floats it. Passes. Caught for the touchdown. Jordan Hudson.
Alpha of this group. Jordan Hudson in a one-on-one situation, you're probably not going to win if you're the opponent. Watch him hang up in the air like Kobe Bryant. RIP. Somebody's grabbing his face mask.
Three-man pressure time. Allen dumps it across, and nothing doing. Antonio Meeks is going to lose a yard, and Brandon Booker right on top of that play.
I'm not going to be settled just yet, so I actually do like the decision.
Amir Knight deep for the Mustangs. At the 30, bobbled it for a moment in traffic. And the fair catch made.
This is true. And there are other scenarios, ways for them to get in, but that's likely the easiest path.
Yeah, we're not going to speak about those today. They're that complicated. Jennings wide open. And on the move is Jordan Hudson for a first down. Trying to help a new starting quarterback. Playing on the road for the first time in that capacity. Jennings, there's the seam to Hibner. Brought down to the 10.
Velocity, it's also the accuracy, the way that Jennings distributes the ball to so many different people.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 25. Half the distance to the goal, penalty.
That's Hudson in motion. Jennings wants to throw it. The pump fake. The hesitation. Against the grain. Shovel pass. Why not? Harden into the end zone. SMU extends its lead.
I said everybody has to be ready. All the receivers need to be ready. The tight ends have to be ready. What they didn't say is the running backs have to be ready as well. There's something special about the way.
Mom Rachel admitted to me she's quite nervous right now, guys, but has faith in her son and how equipped he is for this.
Yeah, understandably so. Adams wants to heave one deep. Has a man, and how about layering that toss to Dakari Collins? Watson, the running back. Adams wants to throw it again. Goes deep again. And the pass is caught by Chris Bell. Penalty marker is down deep in the backfield. Chris Bell, one of the top wideouts in the land, shows you why.
This is exactly why. One-on-one, Chris Bell is going to win. Point blank, period. High points the football, accepts the contact.
Foul, illegal hands to the face, defense, number 93. Half the distance to the goal, penalty added to the end of the play.
Watson motions out, empty backfield for the freshman Deuce Adams. On third down. Penalty marker is out. Adams is down. And he lost a couple of yards there. Let's check the infraction with 2 flags on the field. Just inside that left hash from 29, and Ranvier able to send it through. Jennings. Another strike. Jordan Hudson. And another first down.
He's just playing free, and I think you see that on display.
Yeah, the patience in the pocket. This time he's gobbled up and sent backwards by A.J. Green.
Defense, you just win your one-on-one. Good get off, good hands, you just run around the loop. The last thing you'd want to do if you're A.J. Green is try to get that ball out.
Watson, the running back, to the edge, and a first down for Louisville. Across the 40. Well, that's one way to do it. It's just stay on the ground. And in many circumstances, in a very heartbreaking fashion, they played a ton of close games. And the tight end to the 40. Loaded box for the Mustangs defense. Jet sweep to Bell. He'll pick up the first down, and here comes a penalty marker. Salute, drive killer, and one look at the penalty on Knight.
You see Ahmad Moses, number 3, start to come inside, but you have to trust that Chris Bell is going to be able to outrun him by following that instinct.
And it's Knight back deep to receive this Louisville punt. And to the 15. No fair catch. Back in University Park, Mustangs will get the football back, and on the swing, Mello Brenson, one of its remaining conference games, to get into the ACC championship. Jennings floats it, passes corralled, and somehow he finds another way. A harbinger of chaos this season at times. Jennings on third down, across the middle and incomplete. Hudson back deep to receive this punt from McSparran. Into the sunshine. He was interfered with. There's the penalty flag. And the Cards will get enhanced field position as a result. From the 27, sends it to Knight and over his head. Mustangs start inside their own 10. It's third down and 7. Jennings wide open. Maryland first down. All the way to midfield. And it's Harden back in the backfield. Jennings gonna be sandwiched quickly. Cleve Lubin. First time we've called his name today, Sam. And it comes in a big moment. Towards the middle portion of the field. And Keltner. Plenty of distance. Bangs it home. Flags come out after the kick was ruled good. Huddle, or the sugar huddle, right there near the line of scrimmage. And Jennings this time wants to throw it. He does so. Floats it off the back foot, and another strike to the 25. Jordan Hudson.
But now they got to get there.
On 2nd and 14, Jennings to the 20. That's going to be a first down and a little bit more. Romello Brenson. Now it's Jennings. A little bit of touch on this one. Back corner. Caught for the touchdown. Ymir Knight. Talk about threading the needle.
Knight in the biggest dude. He's 5'8", 186. But there's that level of trust again from Kevin Jennings. Perfect pass. Chef's kiss. Gets that left foot down. Outstanding.
How do they know?
How do they know? He has older siblings.
How do we know? Under 10 to play. Louisville, Braxton Jennings will run it out of the end zone. And Jennings with a burst. And off the field, obviously, wearing the number 23.
From Oregon, from USC, to come to SMU and rebuild the program.
Third down, Deuce Adams lasso down in the sack way back at the 25. And it's the 5th time today the SMU defense has forced the Cardinals to a 3-and-out. And a fair catch by Ymir Knight. And Clayton Johnson again weaves his way through traffic. On the way. And the Mustangs into the end zone again. Icing on the cake.
There's nothing better as a team when you get some of the guys who don't usually get reps, yet they're still playing at their best. People are yelling Charlie Fizer's name in the stands. They're chanting his name. And then Shoddy Clayton Johnson finds the crease, finds the hole, has the speed to get into the end zone.
Tonight to Pittsburgh, or you need Virginia to lose to Virginia Tech next weekend in that annual rivalry grudge match. Braxton Jennings, big hole and a bigger collision. The football caromed out of there right at the very end of that run. Second time today we've seen Brady Allen at quarterback. And Sean Boykins Jr. reverses his field. Big yardage for the Cardinals. And into SMU territory. And that was a game that the Mustangs lost just across the way over in Fort Worth. Dump off pass to Chris Hughes. And that'll be enough for a Louisville first down.
But it also translates off the field for the players to trust one another even more.
Across the middle and intercepted. Club takeaway is back. Potentially in a Big Ten championship game. And then the undefeated Texas A&M Aggies. Great job Mike Elko has done. Well, it's amazing too, like Georgia Tech is at its best when King is not 100%. And I think fans certainly understand that. You saw some of the signs at game day in Eugene early this morning. embracing next week to wrap it up. Louisville, the bowl game to come after that. And one final snap will do it. And SMU, wire to wire, impressive. Kevin Jennings continues his assault on the SMU record books, and his accuracy and athleticism for his head coach, Rhett Lashley, gets it done again this afternoon. Well, the final score 38-6 on Senior Day in Dallas. And we go down to Taylor Davis. TD.
Thank you, Roy. Well, Coach, you moved to 6-1 in the conference on Senior Day. What did this one tell you about the character of your team?
Well, we're playing good football at the right time of the year. I thought we'd play well. 30 seniors, they've done a lot for this place. Really proud of them to go out this way. I think they won 21 home games in the last 4 years. 21-4 is pretty good, and we're still in it.
Your quarterback, Kevin Jennings, put on a very Kevin Jennings display. 303 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. What kind of advantage does he give you?
He's a winner. You saw today it's the healthiest he's been since week 2. So early in the game, he scrambled and got some first downs. Those were big early in the game. One he threw, one he ran. He's a complete player. He's got tons of confidence, and we believe in him.
You just said we're still in it. The ACC continues with a little bit of chaos. You've got an important one next week. But what do you know about your team in November that makes them a championship caliber team?
Well, they've just believed that we're going to win. You know, when we believe in finishing here in the whole program. So everything we do is to finish. And that's what November's about in college football. So we did some things earlier in the year that took stuff out of our control. But we got to go beat a really good Cal team next week, and everything else will take care of itself.
All still ahead of you. Congrats. Go enjoy this one.
Thanks.
Taylor, thank you. A big win for SMU, and the family man, Rhett Lashley, celebrating as you would expect. He loves it here in Texas, and that contract extension signed last month certainly proves that and a little bit more.